All right, so we're gonna we're probably gonna call a couple more people. So what I do too is I have the spreadsheet. I look up like so each home that I skipped, I obviously had a certain criteria that I got. I didn't look up every home afterwards. I just kind of had like a set number. Hey, this is the criteria I have. I'm gonna skip them. So now what I'm doing is I'm going back to the addresses before I call. I look and see the balance, and I try to find out, is something wrong with this property? Is there liens? Is there anything like that? So this particular home, or whatever that I'm pulling up, it says it's worth 1.3 million, and there's no balance on it. So if I go to transaction history, I can see that back in 2001, somebody had it, um, and I don't know if they deeded it over to somebody for half a million or something, 4.469. But anyways, this one could or could not be a deal. I mean, who knows what position this guy is right now? He could be an older guy, that nobody talks to. So let's just call him. His name's Glenn. Um, I've got minimum time to probably finish this up real quick. So what I try to do is say thanks God for another day every day. I come in, I tell my kids that, thank you God for another meal. I'm really trying to change that. Hi, is Glenn there? He's not available? Okay. Is there a good time to get a hold of him or Mr. Williams? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. My name is Sergio. I'm actually a real estate investor here in Arizona. And I was calling about the property right there in Santa Monica. I was just wondering if you folks would consider an offer on the property. Well, you never know if Mr. Williams might, be interested in selling. I do have some. Okay. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. It's okay, no worries. Have a good day. Bye. So a lot of times too, it's just being really nice to these people. I'm gonna close these blinds. Let's see, I can't really see shit. So a lot of times it's just about, like I said, talking to people, being nice. There was an older lady, so just like I said, it was an older guy. The older lady was saying, she's not. She was really nice too. I'm not too sure if he wants to sell. So I was like, well, I just turned on the charm because I can talk to old ladies. I feel like I respect them a whole lot more than, not that I don't respect, my generation, younger generation, or even my dad's side, but the grandparents. It's all about respecting those people, because I lost a grandfather in March. Um, I lost my grandma back in 1988. When I was very young. My dad's mom. I still have my mom's, parents. My nana and tata. They're getting old. So I look at that like, anytime you're calling and you're speaking to somebody that's elderly, that pay them some respect. You know what I mean? Let's just don't try to bulldoze them. Don't try to take all their equity. They're either willing to sell or not. And if they're not, be nice. Move on to the next caller. Honestly, I gotta be careful on what I'm doing sometimes too, because I might be talking a little bit much. I'm in a groove, but we're gonna put them as not interested because this particular property they're not interested. So let's move on to the next. I did that earlier because I'm talking too much. I'm just a little focused, bro. I've probably got about 10 more minutes of calling that I'm gonna do. Tomorrow's a Sunday. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more. We have some things planned today. So I'm pulling up the next property. I'm checking the equity, the lien details. So This is a lien from a solar company, which doesn't surprise me. Living in California, I've talked to a guy actually that's trying to get a property in Oakland, and he is he works for a solar company. So, and a lot of people out there are probably going solar because of the problems they have, the electricity wise in California. So, this it, when it has a lien on it, it'll give me like an option to put lien details. So I look at that, but I don't see an amount here. And then when I go to liens, I see zero. So still doesn't stop me from calling them. This is a person from probably an immigrant or something, which is perfectly fine because I am not the type of person that's going to discriminate against any type of race. I mean, there are so many people in this world. I hate it when people do that to us. There's a lot of times where I can go into a store and I feel like I'm being looked at funny. Like go back to your country type of people. And that just doesn't work. Let me tell you. So, because all in all, we're all immigrants that came to this country. We're all people that, at some point or another, our ancestors came over, except for the Native Americans. So we all have to make sure that the things that we. Hi, this message for Mrs. Petova. My name is Sergio. I'm a real estate investor here in Arizona. I'm calling about the property on 17884 Cabela Drive in San Diego. Call me back, please, at 480-427-1906. Have yourself a good day. So, like I was saying, it's just important to learn how to be a good person. When I was growing up, I grew up in a very bad neighborhood with a lot of people that were just trying to survive, to be honest, and we were dealt, we were dealt a tough life, and there's a lot of times where there's just a lot of negative influences around us that made us those type of people. So, so I feel like it's very important to just treat everybody fairly is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to make some notes real quick. I start talking and I don't put the notes down. This was I haven't got anybody, but I've left some messages, and sometimes people call back. So I'm not looking at this as a failure whenever I don't reach anybody, because I'll leave notes, I'll come back, and I'll call them. And a lot of times, like Alex just said right here, I think he called like 15 times on a lead one time. So it's like, maybe I'm mistaken. Hello? Hello? Hi. Hello. Hi, it's Sergio with the Savvy Investor. Sorry about that. Is Mrs. Petova there? Or Ludmila? Alright, so I was caught talking in the beginning of that phone call, and they hung up on me. So, but she said we have the wrong number, which I doubt that. Maybe she was just mad or something. So, just be ready. I would say if I was a person that hired you, and I'd want all your focus to be on that, kind of like in an office. But me, I'm running I'm just trying to do it on my own for now, and eventually I want to scale up because I want to hire some people that can help call. If I pull like a list 1,000 leads a week or something, I would love to have someone that can call for me, and know that I'm not going to pay much upfront to start, because you could essentially be like the person that's going to help me start up this business, because I think whoever was to help me, and if they're even local and said, hey, let me have a list, and they're dedicated to call and they have the same mindset I have. What? I have one more call a week. So,
Right now I need to do his hair and help me get dressed and get dressed, and I want to get out the door by 3.